everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bookish Artist Mandy, and did I need more ink? No. Did I buy more ink? Yes. So that's what we're doing today. I got an order of KittyInkPot ink and some Dreamink off of AliExpress. So let's do some swatching. Okay, before we get started, I just want to go over my supplies. I have my water here like always. I have my stir stick. That is just a drink stir stick. It's glass. And then my Pilot Aero Utsushi dip pen. I did actually switch this out for a medium nib. This is just a Kakuno nib that I put in here, which I found out that you can do. So this is a medium because I just like the line width a little bit better. And I do have a 3D printed feed that I sometimes put in it, but I'm not doing that today. I also have my little Robon notebook. How cute is this notebook? But it has the translated English names so I can remember what they are as we're going through this. So I actually have them all here to reference because if you didn't know, KittyInkPot is from that really cool place called China, and I sometimes struggle with the names. So I did actually ink or swatch these before with the name so I can kind of match it up. But we're going to put it in my ink journal where the last thing I did was my currently inked. Here was last month's inks that I bought new. And this is ridiculous because I have 2, 3, 4 pages full of inks. This so far is all I've gotten. And I actually ordered this in January. So this is new-ish because it took a little bit to get here. I ordered this off AliExpress. This is season 7, and I liked enough of the inks that I thought, let's try it. These are 5 milliliter pots. On AliExpress, you can order the 5 milliliter pots, and then they send them to you, and they send you a free mystery ink. And I can't remember which one it is, but they did send me an extra ink. And then I also ordered this bottle of Dreamink's The Rose in the Yard. And they sent me all of these samples. So these were from all the same shop. And I didn't know that. And so they sent me all these samples, which is awesome because this was on my wish list. And so this one is like Midnight or Mountain Peach Blossom. I can't exactly remember what it is, but I'm excited. These ones, I forgot their names. This one doesn't have a name, but this one does. And this is, yeah. So I'm excited to get into this. These ones have shimmer. The KittyInkPots do not. I don't know if KittyInkPot does any shimmer. So they're just fun. Here we go. I'm excited. Okay, so I was really excited to see that they had these little pots of 5 milliliters, especially because KittyInkPot inks are sometimes weird. And I don't know if they're ones that I love having full bottles of that many. But the only place you can get samples besides AliExpress is so-and-so in Australia. And I know that they have started to ship to the US again, but I feel like shipping is just so expensive unless I'm going to place a big order. And where AliExpress, these were for 5 milliliters and 7 inks. I think it was $40. So it's really not that bad. And I was excited to try this season 7 because they just looked cool. I don't know, especially the Wind Weaves the Begonia. And this one right here is the Black Cat and the Dream Catcher Guide, which is such a weird name, but this is KittyInkPot. So the Black Cat and the Dream Catcher Guide. How I want to understand what this actually means in Chinese because that's a really interesting phrase. I don't know, for the kind of like color it is, but it's like this weird gray. And as it dries, it's drying, kind of, you can see, kind of does this like blue-green thing. I don't know. It will be fun to see as it's drying what it turns into. But that is the first one. And it is definitely a legible ink. Because sometimes I always worry about Kitty Ink pots if they're going to be legible because they have such weird colors. But there's that one. Okay, so this one is weird because the label looks green, but then when you look in the cap, it's like an orangey yellow, which is interesting. But then it goes down this orangey yellow too. So I wonder if this is going to be kind of like their strawberry and butter waffles. But this one is called Stars Fall into the Glassy Well, which is an interesting. I wonder what a glassy well is. Stars fall into the glassy well. And I think these ones are supposed to be fairy tale themed, if I remember correctly seeing. But it's, again, it's hard to know when they are Chinese and we're kind of getting whatever's loosely translated. But I think this one's going to be fun to use. I really like these like weird orangey yellows, but as it's drying already, which is cool to see, it's having kind of an orange halo effect. And this one's drying, I don't know what color this is going to be, but it almost dries like it's green inside. Almost like the Ugly Duckling by Wearing Ghouls. Ooh, I don't know. It'll be fun to see them all dried up and see what they look like. Okay, so this next one is called, this is so weird, this name, the Green Tea Cream Cake in the Tea House. And I don't know if that is what it actually translates to, but that's what I think the listing said. The green tea cream cake in the tea house. I don't know what that is supposed to be. What is a green tea cream cake? I definitely need to try one. So we've got it's a really soft green. I don't know if this is one that if I wouldn't have gotten the whole thing, I would have wanted, because it is really almost not my color. It's definitely on the brink for people who don't like light inks as a not legible one, but I'm okay with it, especially because I really like medium nibs. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about this one. I will be perfectly honest. When I swatched it on my translation sheet, I was not sure about it. I like how I think I'm gonna have to go every other for these. Like, do lines and then do the little zigs to make it kind of matching. This one, the Stars Fall into the Glassy Well. There's definitely some green inside, and it has like this green inside with a bright orange halo almost. That's going to be really cool to look at up close when it dries. Okay, so this next one was one that I definitely wanted to try. I loved the name of it, but I loved the swatches, and it's really interesting. I'm going to get this one into a pen, definitely for March, but this is Matte and Ginger Cookies at the Market. And I don't know if matte is a weird translation or what a matte and ginger cookie is. I should look these up. This is one of those things where I want to look this up and kind of do like a commonplace with this, like to see if there is something that's like a matte and ginger cookie. But what, like, matte looks like a name to me. Matte is a name that we have So I don't know if it's supposed to be named after somebody. I'm not sure, but this color is so cool. The swatches online definitely made me want to try this one out. Matte and ginger cookies at the market. Such a weird color. It's like brown in places, orange in places. And yeah, I don't know. So now I know that when I was watching Anna Jolene a couple weeks ago, she was mentioning that she's not sure on the quality of Kitty Ink Pot. I only have a few Kitty Ink Pots besides this set, so I would love to hear if other people have more experience. I know Karina at Karina Loves to Plan has a few. I know that Danielle over at My Dandelion Diaries also has a few, but I want to know if anybody's been using them a while and if their experience is that the inks kind of deteriorate faster than other inks because they are so weird and cool looking. I'm not sure. I only have Fluffy Wool Ball and the Lost Rose as bottles, I think maybe. But I haven't used them all that often. I just think they're so weird. This is the one that I almost bought a full bottle of. This is why I went this route because Kitty Ink Pot bottles are around $30 when you buy them off AliExpress. I think they're closer to 24 at so and so, but again, Australia paying a lot for shipping. I want to make sure that I'm getting what I want. So I wanted to try these to see if there's anything I wanted to buy for a full bottle from so and so before I ended up buying a lot. And I know they have 2 milliliter samples and they have 5 milliliters. And don't get me wrong, I definitely want to support a small business as well. But I think this is purchased straight from Kitty Ink Pot off of AliExpress. I could be completely wrong, but I thought that's what it was. But this one, this Wind Weaves the Begonia, it looked like a color I think I would like, but I'm not sure because it's always hard to tell online. So I thought getting 5 milliliters of all of them to see if I really do like it and how much I use it would be better than just buying the full bottle right off the bat. Look at me being awesome. And then I thought if there were some that I didn't like, I could, send them along or something. But they're so fun. They are just so fun. I love inks that have different colors and do different things on different paper. I just think that that's one of the things that is really cool about ink versus other things. That's why I like fountain pens and fountain pen ink is because of all these weird properties. But this one is like a grayish pink that kind of shades with orange, and it is lovely and it looks different. So what I used to do my first ink swatches, I used Kikuyo campus paper. And so it's interesting to see how different they look. And I will show you at the end here. Okay. This next one was another one that I wanted to try. And it was a full bottle. So there's 3 that I really wanted to try. I wanted to try Matte and Ginger Cookie, Wind Weaves the Begonia, and this one is the origin of marshes and otters. And this one has the cutest little otter art on the bottle. And this is such an interesting blue. It's got that nice base tone blue that I love so much. This is the kind of blue that I love, but then it shifts in color. So it'll be interesting to see how it shifts on this Tomoe River paper as we go. But I love the name. The Origins. the origin of marshes and otters. Again, I want to know why they named these things the way they name them. I will have to do some looking up and commonplacing. But this is a fun ink. I can already tell. I really love the base color. And then already as it's drying with some yellow, and then it has this really nice dark blue halo. Yeah. That's what I love, I think, the most about the KittyInkPot inks is the halo, because it makes it look like the ink is glowing. Now, this is the coolest thing about ordering the full sample set, is that they include an extra ink. And I don't know if I can get this extra ink without ordering the full set. So I'm hoping I can, because I want a full bottle of this one, definitely, for sure. I can tell that I'm going to love this one, and I need a full bottle. This is called As You Walk, the Wind Chimes Tinkle. And if I can't get a full bottle without getting a full set of the full bottles, then I'm probably going to pass and just enjoy this sample. But if I can get a full bottle of this, I really like this. So it starts blue, and I can't wait until you see how it shifts, because it starts a little bit greener blue than this one. But the shift, the shift. Just wait. I want you to see the shift. I want you to see how this shifts, because it's so pretty. I'll repeat myself 500 times because I want you to see it. But this one, yeah, this was like the bonus. So this is As You Walk. And this was the best I could translate this using, Google Translate. It's so pretty. This one is definitely going in a pen just as soon as I have one that I've used up for the month. Because right now I'm working on this whole one in, one out type of deal. So I don't want to ink up anymore, because I don't want to overwhelm myself when it comes to cleaning. And this is enough. So these are all my KittyInkPot inks. Now we're going to go into the Dreaminks. So I have a couple that, like this one, I have no idea what it is. So we're just going to do it and swatch it. These are cool little ink bottles. They look to be about 2 milliliters. And they're small enough that you get a taste of this. And I'm happy that this one looks so much like Waringul's Carmilla that I'm not sad that I don't know what it is, because I would have been really depressed. But it says 463 on it. So I just wonder if it's one that they mixed and then they weren't going to sell it or what, because I know there's a lot of these ones that these companies do where they don't release it, or they just have these extras. So this is Dreamink Mystery. I think this is really cool, because I ordered just the samples, like the full samples, that full set samples. And then I ordered one full bottle of Dreamink, and they sent me a 3 2 milliliters and then 1 5 milliliter sample of Dreamink. So thought that was really cool. This one, I had a really hard time translating it completely. So some of them said it was Blue Luck White Room. Some places said it was like something with a white dough. I'm not exactly sure. One said antlers, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But to me, this looks really similar to Kobe's Chapel Emerald, only a little bit more green. So kind of like the ink vent color this year, the mint, whichever one that was called. I forgot what it was called, but it really looks a lot like that. So this one is one that I just, you know what? I like. It was free, but I don't know that I will use it because I have so many other colors like this. So this is Blue Luck White Room. This is not a color for me, and that's okay to know that. I did not purchase it, so there it is. And it has no shimmer. So those two are standards and have no shimmer. And now the other three have shimmer. I'm very excited about that. So those are that. See, it shades into this really pretty pink. And then it's got, yeah, it looks very different. It's definitely similar, but it's different from these. And I'll show you when they are fully dry, because they are different. It's really fun to see how different all of the inks look on the different paper. Okay. Only a couple more. Okay, so this one is one that I've had my eye on, but I wasn't quite sure. I have so many pinks, guys. So many pinks that I wasn't sure like what this color looked like online versus in person. And I definitely am going to see how I use the sample. It is a 2 milliliter sample, so it isn't that much. But if I do like it enough, I will definitely get a bottle. But it looks to me so far, and I haven't pulled it out in a long time. And I just got green ink all over my arm. Goodness gracious. 1 second. Yay for being left-handed. So it looks almost like it could be a dupe for Pilot Arrow Shizuku Kosumosu with like this really pretty gold shimmer. But I don't know, so don't quote me. I haven't pulled out Kosumosu in a long time, so I could be completely off base. But it's a very, very pretty pink. And this one is called Dreamink's Mountain Temple Peach Blossom. And it's very wet. It's very nice flowing. I'm really impressed. Dreamink is one that my Instagram Discord friend, Eleanor at Inkdepods, she has been talking about Dream Inks for a while on Simone's Discord, and finally I said, all right. She has been 2 for 2 when she has recommended me some pinks, and so I decided I need to try some Dream Ink. That's why I got the bottle, because I loved the color swatch, and I think she had it swatched. She actually had a swatch on one of her Instagram posts, and so I had to try it, and I loved it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And we'll talk about that when I get there. But this one right here, I hope I can find it. I haven't been able to find it yet. This is Summer Iris, and I think this is a beautiful color. And I hope I can find a full bottle of this. Otherwise, they gave me a generous 5 milliliters. This is over 5 milliliters. So that will last a while. But I am head over heels already for this ink. It's got this really lovely like blue shimmer. So I think I'm just going to have to keep looking for it and see if I can find it. But it's Summer Iris, as far as I can translate it. So I just kind of take pictures of the labels, and the labels kind of look hilarious now because I pulled them off some of these bottles so they would be flat. This one was straight flat on the top, so that was nice. But you can see here, I'll show you with the blossom. I took that off so I could see what it was. And so I will zoom in really close with my camera and take photos of that so I can translate it. That's how I do that. All right. Last but not least, my full bottle here. And you can hear it. There is definitely an agitator in here, or like a bulb, which I am all for. So this one is called The Rose in the Yard. And I thought, holy smokes, is that a beautiful pink? It looks a lot like my other pinks that I love, but really soft. Very similar to Van Diemen's Swan Lake, but I have been loving it. So this one, I'm actually not going to use my dip nib for because I already have emptied a pen, I used up all of the ink in a pen from this February, and I'm going to talk about that, which one it was, but I inked this one up. So I put it in my Winter White SD. And so this, I am just going to use my SD. It is flowing so great. I do want to agitate the ink, but I've been writing with this quite a bit already. I literally swatched this and put it in that fast. So Dreamink's, this one is The Rose in the Yard. And I will definitely be buying more Dreaminks for sure. I am really impressed with the flow and the quality of these inks. And they have a lot of shimmer inks. So yeah, there is that one. And it's such a cool pink. So it's like that really pretty rosy pink tone that I love, but then it shades not to brown or purple, but green. So I can't wait. I'm going to let all of these inks dry, and then I'm going to compare them with the Kokuyo paper and show you the differences and show you the inks. Okay, so they are mostly dry, and I will be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if this is old Tomoe River paper or if this is Sanzen Tomoe River paper. I know I bought it off Amazon a couple years ago. So I know it's before the bad batch that happened in 2025. And so it's definitely not new, but I have no idea. But it is different than the Kokuyo paper. So this is really interesting to me because I was really kind of meh on the Black Cat and the Dreamcatcher guide, but it is doing some really, really cool things on this paper. I'm going to twist my phone a little bit. Okay, so there it is. It's got like purpley, like weirdness, and then the writing is really cool. So that is what that looks like. And then on Kokuyo paper, look at the difference. The Kokuyo paper, you see more gray, and then it's blue, and the purple is there, but it's not as bold. This is it's different. It's very, but the writing does look actually more neon on the Kokuyo. So stars fall into the glassy well. Definitely when I pull it up to you to show you here, it is that green inside, and then it has like a halo of a bright orange, and you can see it here. This is really cool. I definitely want to try this one, but it's more orange on Kokuyo paper. So if you can see how different the writing is, where the swatches aren't that much difference, you just don't see as much green. So you can see there's not as much of that green. Same thing with this one. This one is really different. I actually really like this on Tomoe River paper. Look at how minty teal that is. And it is coming out on the camera right. And then it's almost like bleh green on Kokuyo paper. This is where paper matters. Look at how different it is. Okay. Matte and ginger cookies at the market also. It's just so much brighter. See how different that is? But then the writing also, this is more blue. So I think this is going to be really fun in a stub. I want to try that. And then Wind Weaves at the Begonia. I actually like the way Wind Weaves at the Begonia on the Kokuyo paper just a little bit better. But it looks like a more pinky opera rose. And I think that's why I really like it, is that it looks pink. But this one actually has purple. Like that purple comes out right here. The Origins of Marshes and Otters. I love this swatch right here. It's really cool. Where the swatch, though, on Kokuyo campus paper, a little bit different, but still cool. Like you still get those really big splotches of yellow. Okay. And then as you walk, the wind chimes tinkle. I actually, again, prefer it on the Kokuyo paper, which is interesting. And now this one really, really surprises me. The Dreamink Blue Luck White Room actually looks very similar on both. But, and I don't know if it's going to pop up, this looks really pink on here. And it's like red here. So this looked like, to me, this looked exactly like Carmilla from Wearing Glow. But this does not. So I just find that fascinating. It's so much fun to see how they show up on different papers. Because especially these KittyInkPot and Dreaminks, they show up so different on different papers. And I don't know why that is, but it's just cool. Very, very cool. So there's that. Now we're going to go over to the other side with the Shimmer inks with Dreamink, which I think are phenomenal. There's that Mountain Temple Peach Blossom. Look at that shimmer. Ooh, it is so pretty. I really like that one. I definitely think that already I'm like, oh, just go order your bottle because it's going to take a month to get to you. I want this ink so much in a whole bottle. Look at this. If I can show you how the shimmer, I'm trying to get my camera so I can hit that light. Look at that shimmer on both of these. So this is a really pretty color. It really looks very similar to me like Swan Lake by Van Diemen's, or what is that one called? Billowing Blush. So you can see Billowing Blush, though, because I just did Billowing Blush. Billowing Blush doesn't have the green. Doesn't have that green. So now I can show you the Kokuyo paper. These ones, of all of them, look very similar, but this one's definitely more pink and it's more orange or more red here. This one is pretty much the exact same. I love this Summer Iris. I want it so bad in a full bottle. I'm going to find it. And then this one, Lady Rose in the Yard. And this one was swatched with the Euro Utsushi pen. So there it is. And there are my new KittyInkPot and Dreamink inks that I got from AliExpress. I didn't do any doodles. I know. I just wanted to keep this like simple and fast swatching because I don't think that the qualities needed a doodle on top of everything. I really would like to play with them and put them in ink. I also think it'd be really fun to paint with them. So this one especially would be a really cool one because it changes so much. And this one, they all would be really fun to paint with. I think there's a few that I definitely am going to try to paint with faster than others. But what's funny and interesting to me is I am really digging the Black Cat and the Dreamcatcher guide, which is one that I thought, nah. Also with this one too, the Stars Fall into the Glassy Well, I was actually just going to completely skip these top 3. And these were the ones that I really wanted to try. But I'm actually looking, and I like this one more than I like these 2. So we'll see as that changes if I get them in pens. It'd be kind of fun to do like a whole month of Kitty Inkpot. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should challenge myself. Would you like to see that? Would you like to see me do a full month where I only ink up pens with Kitty Inkpot? Because I have these, and then I have the Lost Rose and Fluffy Wool Ball, so I could try and see how well they hold up over a month in a pen, and see if there's some of that kind of variation or quality that I think that Anna Jolene was talking about. I would really like to know if other people have experienced that too, or if that was just something that she noticed. I wanna do some more experiments. But that's everything for today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that maybe if you've been looking at Kitty Inkpot inks, and especially the new season, because this is the newest release, that this helps you maybe, and you can decide, because if you only have Kokuyo paper, they do look way different. I'll put them right next to each other. They do look completely different. So if like you don't have Tomoe River paper, if that's not what you like, I do think it would be beneficial for me to do more papers, but this is just what I had for now. I didn't want to do a full kind of thing. So there is that. And those 2 needed to switch. Darn it, I didn't do it right, but that's okay. That's everything for today. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Have you tried Kitty Inkpot? Are you still kind of like on it? I don't know. I want to know all the things. Yeah. So if you made it this far and you don't have anything to comment, go ahead and leave me a peach blossom or peach emoji, because I have to have that Moon Temple peach blossom in a pen ASAP. I'm thinking which pen am I going to use all of the ink this week so I can get that in a pen, because that is what I'm doing. One in, one out, one in, one out. Anyway, that's everything for today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I would link on AliExpress, but I think it's a pain. So you just search Kitty Inkpot and season 7, it will come up. All right. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.